Good morning, YouTube. BigH Trucking, sitting at the Speedco in, I guess, North Las Vegas. Picked up this trailer out of the Salt Lake City yard and driving down the road. Let's go take a look what I found. Oh, sorry about the hand in the way. Hopefully you can see this. I got the camera positioned correctly. Mr. Yellow hasn't been kind to me. Well, he's been great. He's got the trailer washed out next door, Blue Beacon. So that was kind of convenient. But let's take a look at what we see here. We got this guy hanging out. He keeps popping out because this has dropped all the way down. So again, I noticed that driving down 15 yesterday. So what I did was I put a bungee cord right there, right here. Hopefully you can see it. Tied it up so it would stop flapping. It helped, but it's not a solvable case. So honestly, in the last, since Monday, ooh, that's close, huh? Can't get any better than that. Since Monday, this is my fourth trailer that's been absolutely kicking my butt. Again, this is a phase I'm going through. Even my fleet manager is like, when you get down to Vegas, bet on the red instead of black. I bet on red and it came up. Actually, I stayed at a casino called Railroad Pass last night and had a casino. I didn't bet. I went in there and had a Sbarro's. So I had a Sbarro's last night, which was okay. Wasn't the best I've had, but anyway. And I got a Stromboli, pepperoni Stromboli for, God forbid, if I'm stuck today. I don't know what's going on. But getting back to what I was saying, fourth trailer since Monday that I've touched that has something wrong with it. And this was in the trailer shop at Salt Lake City. And when I did my pre-trip, everything seemed fine. Like, you know, I don't scrutinize. I mean, we probably all don't scrutinize every little aspect of the trailer. Certainly not as, I don't go through it as thoroughly as I do my truck. You know, I make sure I look for leaks and check for steering linkage looseness, and you know, I'll look. You know, obviously the fluid, you know, losing fluid is one aspect. You'll see drip marks, but you know, I'll go around that truck with a fine-tooth comb because of situations that happened to me in the past, like leaking shocks, U-bolts that might be out of place. You know, I mean, the roads are hard here, so you never know what can happen. So again, I scrutinize my truck a lot tougher than I do trailer. I look at the tires, I look at the lights, and make sure there's no wires hanging down or no lines hanging down on the ground. It never came to, you know, obviously fuel levels. You know, you listen for air leaks, but never in my, you know, in my brain did I ever think, you know, now you gotta start checking for skirts. Because that whole thing dropped. So every single, I guess, weld, or however they tack it up there, I can't tell if it looks like it's welded, tack welded to a piece of metal. Every one of those is busted loose. And again, like I said, when I actually picked it up at a Bay 48 in Salt Lake City because they were working on it. This is a trailer that came in. I jumped on the load and bring it down to Henderson last night. And by the way, Henderson, Nevada, that cold storage is absolutely phenomenal. Thumbs up. They unloaded me within like 15 minutes. Just incredible pace. But never in a million years did I think a side skirt would fall. I mean, all of them. It's one thing if it's like one piece that's missing or broken. The rest of it will still stay on. And when I looked in my mirror and was going down the road, as soon as I got into Arizona, I saw it flapping. Holy cow. And I don't have enough bungee cords. I probably could rig it where, make holes in that what feels like it's cardboard. I don't know what type of material it is, but you could probably punch a couple holes and use bungee cords. But I don't have bungee cords. I'm not in the flatbed. I'm not in the flatbed division, and nor do I have baling wire because I'm not in the basket weaving section of trucking either. You know, I'm not a hardware store. I only have what I have. I have tools, rags, grease, oil, and antifreeze, windshield wipers. I've got filters for my cab filter, for my bunk heater and my engine. I don't have, you know, string or rope or bungee cords, and maybe that's something that I will put on the truck. You know, I'll get a roll of wire, because now again I'm losing another day. So if you've been following my videos, it's kind of started last week when I was on the load for 5 days, and it just has not gotten much better. I only had you know, one trip last week, and thank God that the trip I was supposed to go on, I couldn't because of trailer issues. There were no trailers at the 90. Each trailer, the 3 trailers that I touched at Salt Lake or off Salt Lake, were all broken. Didn't pass pre-trips, so I had to bring back a couple trailers, and yeah, it's just been a roller coaster of a ride. Now my fleet manager is really good. I'm sure he'll, you know, throw me a couple bucks. Now this is not the first place I came to. This is the Speedco up here in downtown Vegas. I might walk across the street if they're open, get some detailing products, but this is the second place I went to. The Petro I went to first was, she's like, we don't have any mechanics on site. I'm like, what do you mean? What time? I mean, are they going to come in? Should I hang out? No. So Petro was out, and I was like, Speedco, I've had some pretty good luck and success at Speedco. Let me come down to Speedco, because my only other option is a TA further down the road, which is an absolute nightmare. I've been there, and it's only got 3 bays, and to be there for a week, if they can even do it. I'm hoping that these guys can do it. I hope they can tack it or zip some screws in there or something, just to get me down the road and keep that side marker wire from popping out. The side marker is fine because I keep plugging in the wire, but every time I go down the road, as it flaps, it pulls out the wire from the side marker. And that's been my story, folks. It's been quite frustrating, to say the least. You know, especially when you talk to guys who are constantly running. You know, part of trucking is being fortunate, I guess, being a little lucky. You know, and I haven't been. I don't know what I did or how I did it, what happened, but honestly, it's not been an easy ride. Even though I had some fantastic weeks in this truck, it seems like there's always a list of issues that come along with all the loads. Again, seals aren't matching, addresses don't match. I tried delivering a load early, which according to last turn directions, I could deliver 24 hours one time, and they were like, no. So, like I said, it's just been, things have not gone the way I would hope they go. I mean, something happens here and there, that's fine, and that comes to be expected, but, you know, one after another, kind of, you know, becomes like, okay, what's the signal, what's the sign? You know, I'm not a religious person. I do believe there is something out there that's way stronger, way more powerful than we are as human beings. Faith, you know, I think things that are meant to happen or destined to happen, you know. Trying to make good decisions. Like I always say at the end of my videos, make great decisions, and it seems like all the decisions I make, it's just tough. It's just been tough. But anyway, so we're gonna sit here till he said the mechanic comes in at 9 o'clock. let's see what happens. It's got to get done. I can't move down the road without it. It's a DOT violation. I can't keep stopping every 5-10 minutes and plugging that wire back in, because eventually it's, you know, with the flapping, it's gonna just rip it apart.
Attention,
So
a new important message has arrived.
let's see what the old Prime has over here. Put my spectacles on. It was just road assist. I told him where I was and what's going on, and you know, here's another thing that really bugs me. It's the industry that we're in, trucking industry, how, you know, the stories you heard from yesteryear were like, no problem, you stop, people would help you, shops are always available, and it's like you go to a Petro or a TA, and this is across the country, this is not just in one particular area, and it's like, no, we don't have mechanics, or no, we can't do it, or no, we don't have it, or no, always like, it seems like it's a task in itself. Like, if these guys can't do it, I'm gonna run the thing back to friggin' Salt Lake City. Pay me $1 a mile, running it back to Salt Lake City, and let them fucking deal with it. Because you know what? For me, running around, wasting my clock, wasting fuel, running from here to there to there to here to, for all to be turned down, is ridiculous. The trucking industry, I don't know what happened to it. I came in when it was already kind of like this. But the stories that old-timers, I would hear old-timers, I mean, guys my age who were driving for 30 years, it was nothing like this. Again, you pull into Bob's shop, and by now I should be on the road. This happened yesterday. I went to the 90, got it done, drove past the TA. TA's like, no, we ain't got it. We can't do it. Guy's going home. And again, this is just not one particular area. This is across the country. And for an industry that runs 24 hours, 7 days a week, for a driver not to find a place to get something fixed. I mean, this is not like I blew an engine. This, you know, tack welded up or zip screw some sheet metal screws into the bottom of the trailer, and let's get going. Oh, I can't do it. I don't have mechanics on the side. There's 4 guys sitting there playing with pocket pool, if you know what pocket pool is. But I mean, then what are they here for? Why would you have 3 guys on staff that are not able to do anything to help a trucker? Don't get me. You know, I don't understand. You know, these Speedcos and Petros are really set up to change tires and drain your oil, and that's it. They you know, they can't do anything else. You know, I was ready to tell, whatchamacallit, road assist, instead of going to these rinky-dink places, why don't we just go find a utility, a trailer shop that fixes trailers instead of these Speedco, and no response. So anyway, I'm babbling, I'm ranting on, but that's just the story. That's the journey that BigH Trucking is going through right now, and that's why us guys, a few of us, tell you to save your money. Because, you know, you don't think it's ever going to happen until it happens, and it happens. And my last 2 weeks have been in the negative, and this week probably included. I didn't make enough to even get out of the hole from last week, but I'm not concerned because my e-fund's fat and my bank account's fat. So, but I don't want to continue running a business if I'm not profitable either, right? So at some point, as a business decision, if things like this keep continuing to happen week after week after week after week, then you know what, for the 14, 15, 16, 17,000 I did on the truck, I would walk away and claim it on my taxes, you know, claim a loss on my taxes and start over and go somewhere else, do something else, because, you know, a business is not sustainable if you're not profitable. Yes, you'll encounter losses, like I said, things happen. But again, at some point, if it continues to happen, why do you think businesses close their doors? Because business sucks. They're just not profitable. And you know, I'm not going to dip into my savings or my e-fund just to keep my yellow truck running down the road. That's not the point. And my fleet manager's really good. He's like, we're going to make some changes, because he knows, he sees the struggle. He sees it with his own eyes. You know, it's not like I'm not willing to run or I'm turning down loads. It's just like I said, every time I do something, for instance this, something goes up awry. Now I should be on a pre-plan. I should be down the road picking something up and going to my next destination. Instead, I got to sit here twiddle my thumbs and wait for a mechanic to come in at 9 o'clock. That's hopefully, if they can do it. So, anyway, good luck. Big H Trucking is out. Like I said, make great decisions, and, you know, may luck be on your side, because you need a little bit of luck. People say, oh, you know, hard work is the only way you get lucky. No, you know what, dude? I'm sorry, but you need a little luck to come kind of in your corner, so things like this, you ain't grabbing a bad trailer, or, you know, your truck doesn't break down, or, you know, that's a little bit of luck, man. Has nothing to do with hard work creates luck. You know, you can work your ass off and be the hardest working guy in the room, and if things just don't go your way because of circumstances that you cannot control, then enough said. You're not going to make it. So, anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Have a great day. Peace. All right. Big H sitting at the TA, 2 miles away from the 01 tomorrow morning. I'm in, I guess, Midtown Vegas, if there's such a concept or wording. I don't know how Vegas. I know there's North Vegas, South Vegas. So I'm calling it Midtown Vegas, like Midtown Manhattan, Uptown Manhattan, Downtown Manhattan. I'm going to go with Midtown Vegas. So I'm right dead center. I can't believe I got a spot here at the TA. Yes, it's all reserved, but you know what? I got tons of points. I ain't worried about that. Again, only 2 miles from the 01, 7:30 tomorrow. I'll be sure to get there. The reviews I've read, absolutely phenomenal. They load you before your time, as long as your trailer's pre-cooled to 33, they got you going. So, and that's going up to, I heard say Turlock, California, but it's the town above that, Menatech, California. So it's about 500 miles from where I'm sitting right now. The sun is in my eyeballs, beaming. Absolutely spectacular day here in Vegas. The last 2 days has been beautiful. About 75 degrees. Got the AC blowing. Back into shorts. From wearing sweats and jeans the last couple of days. All right, so this is a follow-up video to the video that I put out this morning with the trailer skirt. They did fix it. Took them 4 hours to fix it. So basically what the man told me, and I kind of assumed that, but I didn't want to mention it. They're brand new skirts. And the whole top piece wasn't attached to the bottom of the trailer. So they worked on it. I'm going to use my company because they're responsible. They're the last ones to do it. They put on the brackets. They put on the left side, the driver's side. No problem. They secured it. On the passenger side, which is the right side of the truck, they put the bottom hangers together, and for some reason they never attached the top of the skirt to the bottom of the trailer. Or maybe they did. They maybe put one screw in, and over the course of months, because there was some rough patches I went through yesterday. It was, you know, when I saw it, it was flapping in the wind. As soon as I saw daylight, and I was like, what the hell? So I immediately pulled over as soon as I can, and again, the whole side, it's not like a section, it's the whole side, the left, the right side is the top of the skirt, not my spoon for dinner. The whole left side of the skirt was not attached, so it was flapping in the wind, ripped out the cord for the side marker, and the only thing I had was a bungee cord. And so I put it in the middle because I only had one bungee cord. It's not, again, I'm not a hardware store. I don't carry wire with me, or screws, or tap screws, or rivets. I'm a truck driver. You know, some people say, well, you need to be prepared. You need to have this. You need to have that. Well, you know what? You can't predict what's going to happen, what you need. If I was to bring everything that I think I need, I would need another truck to follow along with this truck. I only got so much room in here, but it does make me think that maybe I should bring baling wire, because you never know. What baling wire is, it's thin wire. It's not thin like paper thin, but let's say it's less than 3/16 thick. It's really small, but you can manipulate it. Because God forbid that side skirt fell off. caught a patch of wind and it ripped off. That thing would have went sailing like a kite. And God forbid it went through somebody's windshield. I don't want to think of it, but some shit like that can happen. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm responsible as a truck driver with this trailer. Ultimately, I would probably have gotten sued, God forbid anything happened, and Prime would have got sued. Would have ripped up my CDL license. So maybe in the future what I'll do is when I do go on home time, I will come back with like a little bail. My buddy's got it. So, and more bungee cords. Because you never know. Like, you know, like I said in the first video, there are things happening that's happening to me now that's never happened to me in the 3+ years I was on the road with my other truck. And again, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't foresee what's going on. But thank God for Speedco in Las Vegas. Thank God I was the first one online. I didn't get served till 10 o'clock. Mechanic didn't come in till like 9:30. That time he wiped his eyes to cross out of his eyes. Now I'm not bashing him because his hours are from 10 to like 9 o'clock at night, so he has a long night. So by the time he assessed it and looked at it and got going on the truck, it was after 10 o'clock. And I just got out of there. I just got here about 10 minutes ago to TA. It's 3 o'clock, just after 3 o'clock. I was only 15 miles down the road from here. So great job by Speedco. They were able, he said everything was all done. They drilled the holes, everything, except they didn't ever put screws. So he put screws and he bolted it down. And believe it or not, they only charged Prime $183 for that work. I don't know if that was me and I was an owner up. I don't know if that wouldn't be more than double that. But you know, Prime's powerful. Prime's got a long reach in the industry, and $183, they did a hell of a job, especially for 4 hours. So that's the update. So that's what's going on. Glad that it's over with, and again, hopefully we can straighten shit out. You know, I'm confident that I'm around the corner. And we'll see. We'll see what's in store. But I'm glad to be on a good paying load. It's a 1-day trip, 500 miles. I'll pick up. I'll hang out somewhere on Route 99 in California. There's plenty of truck stops and travel centers, and you can't show up more than 15 minutes before. I mean, go figure. These companies are out of their minds. Oh, don't show up any sooner than 15 minutes on the place, send you away. So anyway, that's one of the companies. But we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. That was a bird, by the way. The bird's under my truck. Making some noise. Boy, sounds like a werewolf. But, alright, so BigH is out. That's the big update. We'll talk to you later. Peace out, folks.